Hello, you guys. This is the One Piece King here today. Apparently, I wanted to make this a different video since we really didn't get much news about Pirate Warriors 4 or World Seeker this time. And honestly, it makes sense because I mean, if there's another new character update where possibly might be a new character we've never had in the game before, like in the game's period, or flat out, it's maybe just other stuff. But, other than that though, this will be a Jump Force video and kind of look back through, and I haven't really made those or haven't really talked about it. Because more of the Jump Force content that I've been looking at really is, I guess the release of bleh, I can't speak today. Two final characters, which is Trafalgar Law for One Piece and Grimjow for Bleach. Um, so far as for like a season 2 DLC or something, some people are saying no. Like some people are saying that's not gonna happen. That after all these DLC characters that we get, that's it. And some people are wanting a season 2 DLC because they still think, some series and everything in Jump Force like Black Clover and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and a few others should really get, more reps in there. And honestly, I couldn't agree more really that, there's much more to be put in there and everything. So, basically what I wanted to do in this one is actually create up like a wish list of jump force for character reps for series that either have just one character or less. Like it could be one character all by himself, which is basically Asta for Black Clover, or it could be like three at this moment, which is basically Izuku from it's Izuku, Bakugo, and All Might from My Hero Academia, but you get the idea and everything. So, so going through all the reps that they have for each of the series in Jump Force, the big ones that they really have are Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, obviously. I think Hunter x Hunter probably has a lot more now. Um, and, I think that's it. Maybe just like four reps, really, and everything. Like four, well, not really four reps, but like four series that kind of have big rostered characters. As for a few others and everything, there isn't really a lot because not really sure why. Not really sure why. So this will probably be like a long video probably discussing about what characters that I would think would be good as reps for a possible season 2 DLC for these other series that came in. So yeah, so let's get started. Obviously I want to talk about Black Clover first because technically Black Clover, besides this other series that literally has just one character, I believe his name is Ryo, but I don't real either Ryo or Ryu, but I don't know where he comes from. It seems he must be in a series where there's no magical powers or anything. He just uses guns. So that's Ryu. That's Ryu. Um, I might have to check out that series to see if it's good or not and everything. Leave a comment down below if it is. Um, but no, but for Black Clover though, I haven't really watched the series and everything, but I'm familiar with I mean I've watched clips, but I haven't watched completely of the series. I need to. But I've seen a few characters here and there and everything. Some of them are really powerful characters and some of them are like some of them are like they're there. Some of them are like they're there. I mean, every single series always has to have a character where they're just there. They don't have much importance. Either they were just a bad guy, they were a side character, or what. Unless that the creator wanted to, unless the creator wanted to give that character more of like a story, like an after story for them. Oda tends to do that for a lot of his side characters in One Piece, so I give him the credits for that. Um, but this isn't for the One Piece reps though. If it was One Piece reps, I would have said like maybe 5 or 10 characters, but no. For Black Clover, it would be 5 to 10 because I could see the roster for Black Clover getting a decent amount, but not a huge amount. I mean, if it did get a huge amount, that would be about that would mainly be about the fandom that would the popularity basically with Black Clover, which is a good popularity and everything. It's kind of rising up the ranks and stuff. But anyway, though, with the characters, the first one I wanted to the first one I wanted to see in Jump Force, which I hope, like I said, if they reconsider for season 2, then I hope they put this character in there, and it is obviously, of course, Yuno. Yuno apparently is the complete polar opposite of Asta. He is basically he was basically a one that was gifted with magic as of, the rest of, the Clover Kingdom. Um, or I guess the world of Black Clover itself, but they call it the Clover Kingdom. But anyway, Yuno was the one that was gifted with magic, Asta was not. But with Yuno, he apparently, Yuno apparently has been getting like a lot of things, going good for him. He's got a lot of the good luck and, even a grimoire that has a 4-leaf clover, indicating he will have, a lot of like good magic spells. He will probably learn a lot of, he'll probably learn a lot of good magics, etc., all that kind of stuff. Um, but for the reason for that I would want him to be in Jump Force for is because Yuno and Asta are basically the rivals, between each other and everything. Like I said, that basically Yuno is the complete opposite of Asta. Yuno is completely calm. He is, he's not much of the one that always wants to start a fight with people and everything. Not completely. I don't think his attitude really changes. Is more, calm and suave. But he does respect Asta as his rival, even though that Asta's the one that doesn't have any magic, but he does, they do try to one up each other all the time, but not as in the fact that, they hate each other and everything. Asta doesn't hate he actually respects him just like Yuno respects Asta too. So, but that would be good though and everything. I mean, seeing a confrontation between two of them and everything as like a well, not really a story mission, but like a DLC story mission for Yuno's appearance and everything. I would see Asta basically wanting to go because they would say that the enemies, which I forgot what the name of it was again, and I keep watching like Jump Force videos sometimes and stuff, so I keep forgetting what the enemies are for Jump Force because it's gonna hit me back later. I know it will. Um, but anyway, though, I could basically see it as like they would say that yeah, the enemies, like the enemies and everything are there, but there's a strangely like gigantic amount of magical power, that we're also reading in the area, in which Asta would be overhearing that and would definitely know what that means. He would be like, "Oh wait, it's like that's I know him. I'm going to go," and Asta would just go on his own. Um, you know, but yeah, but for actual fighting moves and everything, I can definitely see them probably having have like some wind attacks and everything because I feel like Yuno's main magical source of power is I mean he has light and everything as well, but I believe he would probably have like half wind, half light magic moves. His ultimate, which I did see in a clip, would be the monozone Spirit Storm, and I definitely think that would be his ultimate move right there and everything. But as for his ultimate form, it most definitely will be just like Asta's, where basically it would be like half of his face and kind of his head will have the crown. I believe it is a crown or something. I'm not like I said, I really need to watch Black Clover to understand with Yuno on what's the whole deal with his face there and stuff. He does also have a wing, but it's like a light greenish wing. But he does have a wing. Um, but most definitely though that, we'll see that as like an awakening technique and also as an ultimate, we'll see him probably using the mana zone. If not, there probably was other powerful techniques had, but uh, if he never did in the series, not yet, that means they completely wasted like an opportunity to give him mana zone because that's a completely powerful technique from what I've saw or from what I've seen. Yeah, so for Jump Force, please do. Another character I would want in Jump Force and everything for the Black Clover rep and everything. This is the second character. I'm probably gonna just do five. Um, it would be Noelle because Noelle is part of the Black Bulls and she uses a lot of water type magic and everything. I don't know why I say water type. That makes it seem like it's going back to like a Pokemon era or something. No. Um tiny little fact actually, or not little fact, but tiny little bit of news and everything. Once I actually get me the Nintendo Switch, I'm going to be getting Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I'm actually going to try and see what I could do of recording gameplay with that. Because I know that I said I was going to do game content and everything, which I'm still, really wanting to do it. It's just, um, I can't really, I'm not really like thinking ahead with it and everything. Like, I'm not really sure how, like, what to do with it really, that I would possibly need tips really. And once I get the hang of it, then you would see a lot of gameplay videos and stuff added within. So, if anybody wants to give me a tip and everything, leave a comment down below of, gameplay recordings and stuff because well, for consoles most definitely because I have a PS4. Um, and I most definitely would want to go and record like Borderlands 3, which I also have it downloaded myself. And a few other games as well and everything to see, how well good reviews will get from them. Um, but yeah, just throwing that as a tiny little side note in case all of you would probably be like watching this video and basically be like, where's the game content? Like you promised us, where's the game content? It's like, I know, but still working on that and everything, still trying to figure that out, so just letting y'all know that it's having a little bit of trouble trying to figure it out and everything, but I'll figure it out and everything. I will. With a little help, like with a little bit of help, of course, and everything, either by you guys or probably by asking a friend of mine for help with that. And, once I figure all that out and everything, I'll basically be good to go. Um, but yeah, just throwing that aside and everything. Noelle, like I said, she has a lot of water-based magic. I'm not gonna say type because that sounds like Pokemon, so I'm not gonna, throw that out there. Um, I'm not just gonna put that in there, but water-based magic and everything in which I'm not really sure I knew all of what her spell names really were with the water and everything, like with the water magic. I know that's what her type, is with using and everything. She, uses the water base and everything. But as of actual moves, they could go like a complete field day with Noelle with her, water magic moves. And as for an awakening, um, not exactly sure what they would do with the awakening part of it. I'm not exactly sure. Um, they could probably uh I think what they could do with her, I've seen like probably like a little bit of a clip of this or a screenshot from like an anime episode of Black Clover, and basically it's Noelle wearing like this like aquatic suit of armor that she's wearing on and everything. I think she's got a bit of the crown on her too and everything because I believe Noelle was I believe Noelle was a princess. Noelle was nobility. Um, but I think she completely like rejects her nobility and everything. She's not all with that. I think she still feels she she basically feels for the poor people in the Clover Kingdom and stuff, the commoners as what they'll call them. But I think she feels for them and everything. That makes Noelle a good character. Um, but I think that's what her awakening would be and everything. As for her move set, would be more like they like I said, they could go a field day with Noelle's water magic moves and everything, like all that they could basically put in there and everything. So yeah, Noelle being the second character for Black Clover and Jump Force. Third character, a lot of people I've kind of been looking at like whenever I go and watch Jump Force videos, I kind of do look through the comments and see what people want as of characters and everything. I wish I could get that on my videos though, because then I would be like, hey, like I understand and everything, and I would honestly give my opinion of that character too, whether if I think they would make it in or if they wouldn't. Um, but I have seen a lot of this one and everything, and I can understand why they want this character for a Black Clover rep in Jump Force. And it is Captain Yami himself. Um, Yami with his magic, I believe he uses oh shoot, I'm not sure if it was space magic or something aligned something aligned with that and everything because Yami could do a lot of stuff that revolves around space and time, I believe. Well, not really time, but like kind of the distortion of space really. Yami can kind of, like with the sword basically, Yami can kind of just create a black hole if he wanted to. Like straight up, single slash could have already made a black hole with the sword, you know. And that's why I'm kind of looking at it like, wait, apparently space is a magic now? I thought space completely would be like all the stuff like in outer space would be more scientific than magic, but I'm freaking seeing Yami just pulling up freaking black holes out of his sword. And I'm like, okay, oh, okay. Yami is something else then. So I'm not sure if it was space magic with Yami or if it's something else. Like somebody's got to really help me with that one and everything because, like I said, Yami could create a black hole literally out of his sword there, out of his blade, and surprises me to no end. But he is the boss of the Black Bulls, so I give credit for that and everything. I would give credit for that. But as of Yami being like as a fighting type of character in Jump Force, I could definitely see that happening. Well, I mean, that would kind of mean that they would have to add probably like a couple more Black Bull characters. Not the whole squad, but like maybe a few, like two or three more. Just throwing them in and everything because, once you get some of the Black Bull members in there, you gotta get all of them. So, but Yami, I could definitely see kind of like, having a lot of powerful technique with his move sets and everything with his magic. And, Yami would just be like a complete beast. He'd probably be one of the most overpowered characters in there. Which they do have a few overpowered characters. But yeah, but Yami's awakening probably would be just him having like a grimoire aura and everything. I believe his grimoire was purple. Yeah, I think his grimoire was purple, I believe. But he would have an aura with that in which like basically I think Yami's attacks would probably get stronger with it too and everything. I mean, you know, well, every time a character goes into awakening, I think that's what happens really is that, they get stronger with their moves and everything. Their moves don't change, but their moves get stronger. But with Yami's though, Yami would be a really tough character and everything. So, yeah. So yeah, with Yami being a character for a Black Clover rep and everything, for Jump Force, please God, let that happen, because Yami would be pretty cool. And just, probably throwing people's requests with that out of the way because, like I said, a lot of people requested Captain Yami from Black Clover. They really want him, so that's pretty cool. No, the last two would be more of villain characters than allied characters, and one of them I think should really make it in and everything is Veto or Veto. Not real. I think it's pronounced Veto, and yeah, I think it's pronounced Veto. He's called Veto the Despair. Um, and Veto uses beast. Yeah, he uses beast magic and everything, which I remember I was talking to my friend Levi about this and everything. Before he kind of went off and did his own thing right now. Um, but way back and everything, whenever me and him would kind of hang out a lot and everything at my house, basically yeah, me and him were kind of talking about Black Clover a little bit, because Levi I think has more knowledge of Black Clover than I do, which I need to start grabbing my knowledge of Black Clover too and everything. I don't need to grab just my knowledge of One Piece alone. I need to grab my knowledge of a lot of good anime series out there. Like I mean, I know my good knowledge of Bleach and everything, but just saying. Um, but it got around to the subject of Veto because we would kind of go and watch this clip where it was Asta versus Veto. Obviously, I pulled it up from Funimation's channel and everything. Shout out to them because they do amazing dubs and everything of anime in general, even though a lot of people don't really agree with that. But me, honestly, I'd say like, hey, there's a lot of them that kind of really match, with the personalities of their characters. So technically, I say yes, they do good. Um, but I would watch Asta versus Veto in the English and everything because I don't know, I just like that. I mean, I could do the sub too, I guess, because hearing Asta's sub voice isn't really that bad and everything. It actually fits with them too. Asta's the type to go, kind of full force everything, like he's just ready to go. But it's like that with both the English and the sub voice, so that's why I accept both for Black Clover. I could do either one, to be honest. Um, you know, but Veto though, with his beast magic, I thought with the beast magic it would be more like Veto would basically be like either summoning a beast or becoming a beast or something like that. But apparently what my friend Levi had to like he had to describe to me of what Veto's beast magic does. Um it's sort of like a buff, really. It's like a buff strength, and that's why if you've ever seen Veto at all in the series, and he's using his beast magic and everything, Veto usually uses it, kind of around his hands and everything, as if he's got beast claws, and which makes him really powerful and a threat. But, I'm kind of just looking at it like, hmm, it's really just a buff, it's not, like now that he explained it to me, it's really just a buff. It's not anything special of what I thought it could do, because with the beast magic, there's a ton of things you could do with it. You could summon beast, you could become one, you could probably even like since it's beast magic itself, you could probably even call around just a random one in the area and actually have it fight for you, because it is beast magic, so technically, would make sense that way. Um, but yeah, though, it's just I think Veto could make it in there as a villain type of character. Because there always has to be, the heroes and then the villains, of each series and everything, like how Bleach, there's Ichigo and some of the Soul Reapers in there. And then on the other hand, you kind of have Aizen with some of the Espadas in there, or at least one. Yeah, like one Espada really, which is Grimjow. Um, and with One Piece, obviously Luffy and Blackbeard, share that same dynamic right there. And with Naruto, now they added Madara in there as a villain character, and I thought they would have added Pain, but honestly, yeah, honestly, I guess Madara works too. But who knows? If we got another Naruto rep, I would definitely say Pain is the next one. I would definitely say Pain is the next one. Um, but just throwing those out and everything. But for Black Clover, I would say they probably would get like one or two villain reps really, because Black Clover had a lot of enemies and everything. Like with Asta's group, they had a lot of enemies and everything. Not the fact that they rivaled with other guilds and everything in the Clover Kingdom, not because of that, but because of the fact that they were enemies that would always have these ideals of, kind of either turning over the people, or flat out just, kind of ruling the world and kind of, exterminating the people of the Clover Kingdom. Um, which I think I'm not sure if that's what the next one that I'm gonna say is, which is basically gonna be Licht, I think is what his name is. It's spelled Licht. Um, Probably might need to go and like comment that down below on how to really pronounce his name. I don't know if it's Licht or Liked or something. Like I really don't know what the pronunciation of his name is, but he's the dude that Asta and Yuno were fighting and everything, and I think they got beat up by him. I think they got beat by him, even though they kind of delivered a blow on him. But from what I've seen of their fight and everything, he's a pretty powerful dude, and he held two swords. One of them in which Asta gets later on, which I think was Asta's sword in the beginning, and it gets stolen, by Licht, from Asta, and then Asta got it back. I believe is how it went. I'm not sure, or it was never Asta's sword to begin with, and somehow he just took it from Licht and everything, and somehow just is able to use it now. He's able to use it to his full advantage. Um, but he had this other sword though that I'm thinking of is more of a magic absorbing sword. Because he had two swords. One of them in which it would become Asta's sword later on, and then and then there was this other one that he had, in which I think during their fight, whenever Yuna was using the Monozone Spirit Storm on Licht, I think whenever he used, this other sword, he kind of absorbed the Spirit Storm into his sword and kind of like lashed it back, like he absorbed the power from, the magical power from it and then shot it back at them. Like I think that's what he did. But but honestly though, I could definitely see him either using swords, whether the two swords or even just the one. And basically he would also be a threat, to also not to mess with and everything. I think he would be more like an Aizen type of character, where Aizen has all the moves. Yeah, Aizen's got all the moves, in which he can use to defend himself, or basically to be kind of like, yeah, you thought you could beat me, but in all reality, you really didn't. Like basically tricking the mind. I think Licht would kind of do the same kind of thing. But Licht, I don't think really speaks, but he seems to be more of a smart kind of character, though, to where it's like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm doing, and kind of just would throw around, like throw around his opponents and everything if he was a playable character. Um, his awakening, I'm not exactly sure what his awakening would be. Um, and for his ultimate, again, not really sure what it would be, but they could do a field day with Lick too. They could do that and everything with him. So yeah, so that's all the Black Clover reps and everything, and I think that will end out for this video right here. I think I'm gonna make it into a separate series. I just wanted to start it and everything, but with Black Clover reps and everything, like I said with the five, Noel, Captain Yami, Veto, and Licht. Um, five of those would be great for Black Clover reps and everything in Jump Force if Jump Force ever got a season 2, or possibly would still have a DLC still rolling for it. Honestly, I think those five characters should definitely make it in and everything. And if there's still possible, slots to fill it in and everything, I, would probably update the Black Clover list and everything in the future if, they decide to go through with it and everything. But, yeah. But, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, because this will be the end of the video. Leave a like on the video. Leave a comment down below about your thoughts about, what do you think of this video, and also, what is basically your thoughts on, like, what characters would you want as Black Clover reps for Jump Force, because, like I said, I already just listed the five already, but if y'all want to go and list out, like, a few more and everything, I could definitely throw out my opinion with that one too. I would basically be like, I could see that. I could see that. Um, but anyway, though, until the next time when we possibly get more news of, One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 or World Seeker, or even Jump Force itself, really. If we get any news of that and everything, you will all see me in the next video discussing about it. Bye.